From a member of the UK Public Accounts Committee who endorsed the benefits of welfare sanctioning in Britain. Charlotte Hughes, whose heavily pregnant daughter was sanctioned as part of the government scheme, joins me now via Skype from Ashton-under-Lyne near Manchester. Charlotte, thanks for joining us. It sounds like an odd question, but we did hear from Kwasi Kwarteng earlier. Your daughter was sanctioned. Did it help her find work?
No, it did the opposite. When your main supply system is cut off, you are not focusing on finding work. You are focusing on surviving. So you want to find food, you want to find gas, electric, keep warm. That's your focus.
What did she do wrong?
She didn't do anything wrong. She did everything right. She attended a workfare interview, and they saw she was pregnant, and because she was very visibly pregnant. And they said to her, "We'll put you on light duties." She went back to the job centre where it said, "We're sanctioning you because you told them that you were pregnant." So she said, "Okay, I have an unborn child here. I'm going to feed my unborn child." And the advisor stated, "Tough, get on with it." Okay. Now, if she didn't have me, and she didn't have my friends, she probably wouldn't have survived, you know. And that's a really scary thought, because she ended up very poorly herself. She got a growth in her brain that she's still got. And she ended up giving birth to her baby 5 weeks early. And she still puts that down to the stress, and she said she will never get over that, you know. And that's appalling that anybody should be made to feel like that.
You've organised demonstrations.
Yeah, we've been doing them for nearly 3 years now. We'll be celebrating our 3rd anniversary this year. And we don't celebrate that lightly. We don't celebrate. We usually do a remembrance service for those that have lost. And we have seen how the job centre has changed from a place where you could get some help to a place where you're punished. And our job centre is in Ashton-under-Lyne, is very, very harsh compared to some others. Some people email me and they say, "We can't believe that that's happening." And I say, "Come down and see it." It's a culture of fear. It's an awful culture of fear. It really is. And I'm appalled by it. Why are we the 5th richest country in the world treating our poorest and most vulnerable like this? It doesn't make sense, does it? We're actually offering a step-by-step guide as well, and that will be coming in the near future. Is this happens 1, 2, 3, 4, follow this, and you can get away through it, you know? It's so hard to get help and advice, especially when you've been sanctioned, because when you've got no money, you've got no bus fare, you've got no food, you can't walk far on an empty stomach, you just can't get out, you don't know who to go to.
I suppose the government would say that people can appeal against benefit officers who sanction them.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you're losing that amount of money. I can just say this to somebody who's working. If you're working, if I go to your pay packet and I say to you, "You were late for work," I'm going to take £1,300 out of your pocket, and you've got to find your transport to work, and you've got to feed yourself. Okay?
The government have said that they looked again at welfare cuts, and they didn't put through some of the cuts that had previously said that they were going to start in Britain. Is the situation getting better or worse?
Well, it's not getting better. Absolutely not getting better. We're now getting they've now established a digital appeal system. So you're now not allowed to, you won't be in the future, as from September, be allowed to see somebody face to face and to make your appeal. DPAC were outside the offices demonstrating about this because it's wrong. Why can't you see a person? You know, it's going to be a done deal, isn't it? Absolutely a done deal. It's not getting easier. Sanctions are hidden, you know, and we're forgetting when somebody is sanctioned. You've seen the film in Daniel Blake, where Daniel hides himself away in his house. He doesn't talk to anybody. That is exactly what happens. You sell all your possessions, you hide away. So people just hide, and they don't appeal because they're too scared to. They've given up. Nobody cares about this. How can I appeal this system? They don't know they can do until somebody like myself or someone like Welfare Rights or Citizens Advice tells them. But that's if they can get out to see them. We've spoken to people who know people that have committed suicide, people we used to speak to who aren't around anymore because they've committed suicide. It's just appalling. It really is. People give up. I've spoken to people that have given up, took themselves off the system completely because they felt that their mental health was suffering too much. And they said they'd rather go and shoplift for a few days and get put in prison because at least they'd have a bed for the night and they'd be warm and they'd be fed. And then our prisons are being underfunded as well. So it's just a vicious circle. There's not the mental health care that these people need. because I do know for a fact that when you're claiming your mental health will suffer an awful lot and you need support, and there's no support at all, and it's absolutely appalling. It really is. And once again, I've got to say again, there's absolutely no physical evidence that the government can provide that a sanction will actually encourage somebody into work. It does the opposite.
Charlotte Hughes, thank you.
Thank you very much.